Oh man, I got a flat.
Hey Lulu, what's the matter?
I got another flat tire.
Oh man.
Whoa. Pause the tape. If we're gonna learn something new, then we need to learn the key vocabulary words so that we know what's going on. First, tires. Tires are the part that sits outermost on the wheel. It's the part that touches the ground. It's made of rubber. Next is the tube. Now the inner tube is what holds the air. Think of it as a donut-shaped balloon. It's easy to get these two mixed up, and a lot of people do, so it's important to know the difference. After that, we got the parts of a wheel. That is the rim, the spokes, and the hub. There's also some tools that you might need to know, like tire levers and patch kits. I feel like you guys are up to speed, so start the tape.
Oh, it's probably just a goat head.
What can I do to stop getting so many flats?
Well, let's worry about fixing this one first, and then we'll talk about some ways that you can, prevent it from happening in the future.
Deal.
Okay, so the first thing we gotta do is we're gonna need to get the tools that we're gonna use. We're gonna use a screwdriver, a couple wrenches, and a tire lever. Okay, so we're gonna use the screwdriver to take off the bracket that holds the coaster brake on. Just unscrew that guy there, and we'll set it there. And then we're gonna use a wrench to take off the axle nut. And we're gonna remember, lefty-loosey.
Hey, my name is Lulu, not Lucy.
Oh, no, it's just a saying, Lulu. Lefty-loosey, righty-tighty.
Oh.
Yeah, so if we move the wrench, if it's at the top here, we move it to the right, that tightens the wheel. And if we move it to the left, that's gonna loosen it. Which way should we turn it for this bike?
We'll go this way.
Yep, that's correct. We're gonna loosen it off.
We're gonna go lefty-loosey.
Exactly.
Or lefty-Lulu. So what else do we need to do to take off my wheel?
Well, we need to loosen the other side, the other axle nut, and then we're gonna have to take the chain off. To do that, we're just gonna push the wheel all the way forward and then just kind of pull it off. And since we already loosened up your brakes here, we're gonna just slide that out.
Wow, that was easy.
Yeah, it's not too hard at all.
It's just remembering how to do it in order.
Yep. Okay, next we need to get to the tube. And in order to get to the tube, we gotta take the tire off of the rim. And to do that, we're gonna use a tire lever.
How does it work?
Well, we put the tire lever in between the rim and the tire, and then we kind of run it around and just pry it off. The tire lever gives us the leverage we need to pull the tire off of the rim.
Wow, that works so much better than a kitchen spoon.
Absolutely.
And then your mom doesn't yell at you.
Yeah. It's important to take one side off first and then take the next side off. We don't want to try and take both part of one side and then part of another. Do one side at a time. And there we go. Now we just have to pull the tube out and we just do it like that.
Cool, now we can inspect the tube and find out what caused this flat.
Exactly. Oh, hey, it's your friend Goathead Gary. Just wanted to stop and let you know that my good friend Oxnard's gonna pop in and tell us all about the different things that can make your tire go flat. Oh, he sure is a lively one. Oh, go ahead and take it away, Oxnard.
I hate flat tires. And there's lots of things that can make your tire go flat. Look for things like, check your tube for holes. Check your tire for holes. Make sure your valve stem is straight. Make sure your tube isn't wedged under your tire's bead. Check the tire for thorns, metal shavings, roofing nails, screws, etc. Something made that tire go flat. And if you don't figure out what, you could be changing that flat all over again. Ah! It makes me so angry. Ah! Ah! Oxnard out.
Back at the repair bench, JP and Lulu prepare to fix the tube. Will they be able to do it? Let's watch and find out.
Okay, so in order to find holes, we need to pump up the tube because sometimes the holes can be really small. So we need to have a lot of air pressure pulling it out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pump up the tube. We wanna pump it up real big. Okay, and then we've got our bucket of water. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dunk it into the water, and we're gonna go around in circles until we find the hole. And what we're looking for is bubbles coming out. Oh, there we go, we've got some bubbles coming out. So this lets us know where that hole is. Okay, we've got a couple of options now. We can either patch the tube or we can just replace it all together. This tube only has the one hole, so we're gonna patch it. If it had more than 3 holes, we'd probably just replace the tube.
Okay, I got a patch kit.
Okay, perfect. That's exactly what we need. So we're gonna first, before we do anything, we're gonna put a big X on there. So we're gonna mark from the center of the hole, and we're making a big X. Okay, and we're just using a ballpoint pen because that'll stick on there. And now we're gonna sand. We're gonna sand the where we're gonna put the patch. So we got our little sandpaper here.
So why not just stick the patch on?
Well, because it's not normal glue, it's vulcanizing fluid. It's different. Instead of just sticking the patch to the rubber, it actually melts the tube and the patch together.
Oh, kind of like a welder melts metal.
Exactly, just not that hot. Okay, so now we've got that there. We're gonna put just a thin layer of glue. We don't wanna glob it on. We're just gonna put a really thin layer. And there we go. Put a little thin layer there. And now we gotta wait.
Oh, do we need to put glue on the patch too?
Nope, just on the tube. A patch will stick there. But we do need to wait 5 minutes for it to do its thing and kind of get all melty.
Okay.
All right, now that it's been 5 minutes, all we have to do is peel off this metal backing on our patch, and we're gonna stick it right in the middle of the X that we made. Gonna push really hard. Give it a chance to kind of stick together. Pushing really hard there. Okay, we're all done. That's patched now. Now, what we need to do is make sure, before we put the tube back into the tire, we wanna make sure there's nothing in there still, because something popped the tube, and so there might be a thorn or something poking through, stuck in the tire, and we wanna make sure that we run the rag through and catch it, so that there's nothing in there that can damage that. Yeah, so feels good, nothing in there, so I think we're safe to put it back on. Okay, now we'll just put the tube back in, and then we'll put it all back together. Yeah. So after we've got the tube inside the tire, we're gonna put it back onto the rim, and to do that, we're gonna line up a valve hole and the valve stem. And we're gonna, just like the way we took it off, we're gonna put it on one side at a time. And when you're putting a tire on, it's best to try and do as much of it as you can with your hand, because a tire lever can damage the tube and then you have to start all over. So here we go. Okay, that's all on. And good. Now we're going to put the wheel back onto the bike. See how the chain is tucked up over the dropout? That's so that it doesn't get stuck in between the wheel and the frame, and it's in the right place so we can put it back on. I'm just going to connect the brake, and then we'll pull it tight and lock it down, and we'll be done. While I'm doing that, I'm going to tell you about a couple of things that you can do to help stop getting flats. First, you can try and use a sealant. There's a bunch of different brands, but I think here at the shop we mostly use latex-based sealant. And then another thing you can do is put like a tire liner, which is like a thick, heavy-duty piece of plastic on, and that'll stop it from going flat, stopping the thorns from getting in. And lastly, you can use some extra thick tubes. So a few different things depending on how bad the flats are. And now that I'm going to tighten this down, we're all done. Okay.
All right, everybody. That was the episode on tubes and tires. We'll see you next time. Bye.